Yeah, good morning. Good morning, all. Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Online students, can you please confirm on the chat box? Done. So, coming to today's class, guys who are completely new. So, for those students, just I'm confirming that we have completed yesterday one class, day one, that is on 31st January 2024. And in this, we have covered what is data science. What is data science? Data science is nothing but analyzing the data. Simply to say, you are analyzing the given data by using some kind of machine learning or artificial intelligence. You are identifying some patterns. Sir, example for that. Very simple. I'll show you very simple live example. I mean, some real-time example. In the educational consultancies, okay, as many of you are BTech freshers, some of you, and you want to go to the foreign universities for your masters, what is the probability that you get the admission in that particular university? Okay, so we want to predict that admission, something like this. For example, here I'm having with multiple projects, okay, with me, out of which, just give me a minute. This is one of the project. Within that, this is one of the project. So I'm having with me almost 100 to 150 projects in my laptop as of now in data science exclusively. Okay, in that one of the project is this. Now here the question is, what is the probability that a particular student will get the admission in the abroad universities? So we are having here GRE score, TOEFL score, university. What is the university ranking? Means which university rank, what level of university? SOP. SOP means statement of purpose. Means what is the reason you are going for the abroad? Okay. And LOR, letter of recommendation. Who has recommended you? Means in what level of recommendation you have brought, like a CEO or manager level or any normal friend has something. And a CGPA. What is the CGPA in your degree? And have you got any kind of research? Means have you published any research articles? Have you published anything? Something. And this is the chance of getting the admission. Now, this is the data set. Okay, a tabular data. That tabular data, whatever we are having, this data is called as data set. Now, this data set, whatever we are having, using this data set, total how many records are there? Means 500 records. Now, using these 500 records, now here I want to know in terms of, okay, here what is the chance of getting the admission? Now, here there is some pattern is there, hidden pattern that I don't know. So that hidden pattern means if you are having GRE score more means automatically you'll get the chance of getting admission more. Some patterns, those patterns are hidden, which are not directly visible. If it is directly visible that hey, if you get the GRE score with respect to 300, 340, 320 and above, you'll get 90% admission. 300 and above means you'll get 80% admission. If there is a fixed code like that, then no need to discuss. Everyone knows. Every small kid also will knows that one. Now here the point is the pattern was invisible. Here we can't see the pattern. It is not directly visible to us. So we are going to identify the pattern. What is the pattern and what combinations will make with respect to getting the probability of admission more. Point is clear. So what is now, for example, using this data set, what we are going to do for a new student, some new student, his GRE score is 319 and TOEFL score is 110 and the university ranking is 4 and whatever the let say statement of purpose is 4 and with respect to this whatever the SOP we are having, statement of purpose and letter of recommendation. So for example, letter of recommendation he has brought from the company CEO. Okay, from some company CEO. Sir, for example, I will give for my friend the letter of recommendation and I will say that I am the CEO of a company. No one will believe now. Why? Because a letterhead will be there. Again, stamp also will be there. If you say that I am the CEO and I will give the recommendation, if you simply say that, sir, Shivaram Krishna, CEO of this company, Google, means CEO of Google or CEO of Microsoft, means everyone will believe. No, that you can write at the same time, stamp also should be there. That stamp is more important. And that stamp along with the letterhead, on the letterhead, there'll be some number, license number will be there. They're going to cross check everything, whether it is real one or fake one also, they will check. And assume that a person has got CGPA of 8.2 and he has not done any kind of research. Now, what is the probability? If this is the case, this is a new student, completely new student. This is the, for example, I'm having one consultancy called as SRK Consultancy. My name is Shivaram Krishna, shortcut SRK. Now I'm having one consultancy called as SRK Consultancy. Example only. I'm not having any consultancy. Example. Pure example. Okay. Example. Assume that I'm having some SRK Consultancy. In this SRK Consultancy, whatever I'm having as an example. Now, these are the last 500 students which I have sent earlier. Now, those students' records are with me. Past data. This is the past data. Yeah, please. This is the past data. Now, using the past data, I'm going to predict the future data. Is called as data science. First, you have to observe the past data. After observing this one from here to here, and from that, you have to identify what is the pattern is there, hidden pattern is there, some logic is there behind that. And based on that logic, you are going to predict what would be the probability that he will get the admission. Okay, sir, this is the project. Okay, who is going to use this one in real time? If you go to any educational consultancy in Hyderabad or in India, if you go to any educational consultancy, and if you tell that, sir, these are the my previous my BTech percentage is this one, and I have specialization in this one, my 10th class intermediate, something you are going to say na. After telling, they'll ask what is your GRE score. You are going to say your GRE score and TOEFL score, something. Now, based on that, they'll say that what is the probability that you will get the admission in that particular university. For example, I have given my details and I asked, sir, what is the probability that I will get the admission in the Stanford University? They'll tell some number, 5%, 10%, 15%, 80%, 90%. What is the probability? What is the probability they are going to predict? They are going to predict. How they are predicting? Based on the past data. Here, based on the past data, they are predicting that one. Means all the educational consultancies are using this. Every educational consultancy will have one machine learning project in the backend. So in our side, from our end, what they are going to do means they'll have one laptop in front of them. In that, one screen will be there. There they will enter the GRE score. This student has got GRE score some 319. Okay, GRE score of 319. And TOEFL score. In front of them, they'll have only one screen like this. To enter the details only, they'll have the screen. So they'll enter all the details. And after entering all the details, they are going to click on the submit button. And it is going to give the output. Okay, what is that output? Probability. With what probability? How it is giving that output? Miss backend, one programming is going on. What is that, miss? This logic. Right? Now, similarly, I will show you one more example. So here, everyone knows commonly BMI calculator. How to calculate the BMI? Based on our height and weight, we have to calculate the BMI. So I'm just clicking here. There is one website called as BMI calculator. Just I have typed in the Google BMI calculator. I'm clicking on this. Here, it is asking for me to enter the height. What are the height is there? To enter the height in the feet. I'm entering my height in the feet of 5 feet. What is the inches? 10 inches. 5 feet, 10 inches. My height is. And it is asking what is your weight in pounds. Clearly, it is mentioning the pounds. So, since it is asking the weight in the pounds, I'm going to enter my weight in the pounds, approximately 130 pounds. And I'm going to click on the BMI. And it is showing here 18.7 as my BMI. How, sir? Because backend one program is running. Some Python program is running. what is the code behind that, and how it is used. Miss, that is your first assignment. In my class, your first assignment is going to be this one only. Okay. So how this, what is the program? What is the logic behind that is your first assignment. So the assignments would be in this way. So here I'm having this already fixed assignment one. What is the assignment one? Just I'm opening. And when you will receive all this assignment, miss, as we complete that particular course, whenever that particular topic is completed, related to that, whatever the assignment is there, I'm going to share it to you. So this is your assignment, number one. So where you are going to enter the weight in the kgs, and you are going to ask the user to enter the height in the feet and inches. And once the user has entered the height in feet and inches, you are going to convert the height into the meters, and the weight divided by height square is called as BMI formula. Is the point is clear? Height should be in the meters, weight should be in the kgs. So, but the user will enter only the height in feet and inches, because generally if I ask what is your height, means generally any person will say, sir, my height is 5'6" or 5'5" or 5'8" something. None of them will say in terms of centimeters or meters. Sir, my height is 172 centimeters, 171 centimeters. None of them generally will use. Most of the people will say with respect to height in feet and inches. Now, if I ask, please tell me your height in the centimeters, means first they'll open their mobile phone and they'll type in the Google that height in centimeters, feet to inches. They'll type in the Google and they'll see that answer and they'll tell to the others. So the same thing I want in the back end, but not in the front end. Means it should not be visible to me. You have to do that one in the back end. Means you have to collect the data from me. You have to do the formulas in the back end. Finally, you have to display only the answer for me, not anything else. Now, this is called as deployment. Now, one more time, one more example. Okay. These are all the real-time examples. Whatever I'm showing in front of you is real-time examples. Okay. Multiple examples I can show like this. In that one of the last example. Okay. Now, coming to one more example. Okay. Now, here we are having one data set. What is this data set is, it consists of some experience, some test score, and interview score, and salary. Salary of the person, how much salary, based on the experience, test score, and interview score. Random selected data I have created. The data set was created by me only. Example. Now, in the company, we are having with respect to some people already working. For example, if you take the Infosys company, in the Infosys already 10,000 people are working and their salaries are already fixed. Now, based on that, you have to predict for the new person what would be the salary. Why, sir? Based on what other person, why we have to predict? Because if others are working at a same level, what are the knowledge level and what are the skill set you are having, what are the degree you are having, whatever you are having. For example, your worth is 6 lakhs. In the Infosys, the same level, one more person is working. He is working at 4 lakhs only. Assume. You are working at 6 lakhs. You have hired at 6 lakhs. Assume. Now, what happens once you enter into the company? One day the person will know that you are getting the 6 lakhs and he will start feeling himself that why these people has not given me the 6 lakhs. And next day morning, what he'll do is he will start upgrading the skills. He will come to Naresh IT and he will learn something new things and he will jump to the another company. This is the reality. In the companies, whenever we feel ourselves we are getting the low salary, automatically the people will start upgrading their skills, because for that skills, that is the salary. Unless you increase the skills, your salary will not increase. So simply experience now. Experience means what? In that experience, you are going to learn skills, a new one. In your entire experience, you are going to learn new one. You are not going to work on the same thing. You are not going to revise the topics. Every day you are going to work on the new one, new projects. New projects means when you are working on the new one, automatically you are developing a new one. Automatically you are going to learn the new one. When you learn the new one, automatically your salary will increases. The more you learn, the more you earn. Every time it is fixed. In IT industry, it is fixed. Not only in IT industry, every industry. Now, here I am having some data set with me. In this data set, there are some missing values are there. which is not clean data. So now this is the past. Already in my company, some people are working, and this is the data of the past data, not for the future data I'm predicting. This is the past one. Now in the past, I'm having some missing values. In the experience column, 2 persons are having the missing values. What is the meaning that any person has not given the experience means? What is the meaning? He is not having experience. So I'm going to fill with 0. Sir, are you going to fill with 0 like this manually one by one cell? No. In the Python, we are having a shortcut for that. Simply we can use fill missing values with 0 means automatically it will fill wherever it is missing, it is filled with 0. That to this particular column only. Now coming to this particular column, here test score is missing for one of the student, that to past data, not future data. Guys, remember whatever the data set you are seeing in front of on the screen as of now, everything is past data only. Never you can see the future data like this. Future data has to be predicted only. Future data will not be visible like this. Okay. So now this is the past data. Now here test score is missing. Now what you are going to do, test score is missing means you are going to collect the data from your team who has conducted the test for this particular person. Who conducted the test, and first you will collect that value and you are going to replace that value. You are not going to replace as per your choice 10, 8, random guess. You are not going to do like that. So you are going to collect the data from whom? Who has conducted the test for that particular person. Sir, particular person means where is the name, sir? Here the name column is not important. I have deleted. But in the real life, you will have the name column also. So for that particular person, we are going to collect the test score and we are going to fill. Okay, sir, filled. Now what is the use? Once the filling was completed, okay, everything was completed. Now just observe this one. Now you'll understand what is meant by real life deployment and how the real life machine learning will be used. Just you'll understand. I'm showing directly one project only for you. Okay. So every company HR will have this one. In every company. Tomorrow, if you enter into a new company, just in the HR, in front of the HR, when you sit face to face, just observe. The HR will have one laptop in front of them and there will be one screen. Obviously, a laptop screen will be there. Na? In the screen, what will be there? Just observe this. HRs are not technical people. HR don't know. Technical round people HRs are different. General HRs are different. General HRs are not good at Python. They don't know Python. They are not the technical people. They know how to negotiate with the people. Their communications will be very high. And they'll discuss with the people like that. Okay. Now, so here, what I'm going to do is just I'm running one file. Here I will get one website. Sir, what is this? Don't ask the question now, because that things you'll understand later. One by one, I'll explain. Now here, just you'll get one screen like this. A screen will get like this. In front of HR, what will be their miss? Here they have to enter the experience, test score, and interview score. So the HR, non-technical background, they don't know anything. Just they know how to enter the values. In the website, any person, they know how to enter. HR also knows that one. So just they'll come to this position and they'll enter the value. Experience is 0, test score is 10, interview score is 9. Test score means technical round. Interview score means whatever the HR interview will be done. Okay. And they are going to click on the predict. And here it is going to show that this is the value. How, sir? What is the backend code? That is only machine learning. Machine will identify some pattern. What is the pattern is there? And based on that pattern, it is going to predict this one. Sir, how it is going to identify that pattern? You want to see that one also, miss? I'll even show you that one also. How it has identified the pattern is. This is the code. Sir, whether the code will be very high in the Python, I mean, in the data science, the coding will be very high compared to, when compared to a Python developer, it is negligible code. Coding is there. I'm not saying that zero coding. Coding is there. But that coding, when compared to any developer, that is different. This is different. Developer coding is different because they require something different skills. Sir, what generally a developer requires, that one also we'll discuss later. One by one, we'll discuss everything. Okay. Now, here, I'm going to take this data set. See, the same data set what you have seen in the Excel sheet. So here, earlier I have worked on the Excel sheet. What is that Excel sheet? So this is the Excel sheet now. 1 minute. Sample, a small data set as a sample I'm showing. The same logic will be applied even 10 lakh records also. Even it is 10 records also, 10 lakh records also, same logic. Logic will remain same. Time will take more time because to process that many records obviously will require more time. But logic will remain same. Now, see here. Same data set as it is. Any difference? Just I have loaded this Excel file. Whatever the Excel file is there, just I have loaded this Excel file by using some pandas. After loading one Excel file like this, whatever the Excel file I have loaded, now here I'm going to fill the missing value. So in front of you, I'm going to execute the code also. So there is no fixed code. In data science, what is the biggest advantage is no fixed code. Why there is no fixed code? Because in the given data set, missing values will be there or not there. How you can know? I can know unless we load the data. Unless you load the data, how you can know that there are missing values in that? After loading the data, only missing values, if you identify, then you are going to fill that missing values. For example, missing values are not there, then still we have to write the code for that. No need, na? Point is clear? So when there is a missing values, at that time you are going to write that code. If there is no missing values, you don't need to write that code. It's purely depend on the data set. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Now, coming to this. So here I'm having some in the experience column, 2 missing values are there. In the test score, 1 missing value is there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fill the missing value in the experience column. Whatever the experience column is there, fill the missing value with 0. I'm filling the missing value. Now see, after that filling, now let us observe whatever the data set I'm having. Just see, it has been cleared that missing values with 0. Earlier, the same data set, you are having here missing values. 2 missing values are there. That missing values I have filled here 0. This is called as data cleaning. You are cleaning the data. Why, sir? Why we have to clean? If you don't clean, for example, if I share one notes for you, in that page number 1 is there, page number 2, page number 3, page number 4 is there. After 4th page, 5th page is empty. 6th page again matter is there. Can you understand 6th page directly without learning the 5th page? Unless you by heart, you will understand. If you are not a by hearting person, then automatically 5th page is missing. Sir, here 5th page is missing, sir. Please share that data. Then only I can understand the notes. Otherwise, I can't understand. Similarly, machine also same. Machine also can't understand if there is a missing data. That is the reason we have to clean the data. We have to fill the data. Is the point is clear? Machine not understand. It will not understand. It will simply throw the error. I am not able to understand. That one also will try. Without cleaning, directly give to the machine. Whether it will understand or not, you will only see. Simply it will say that, what is this? I am not able to understand. Right? Now I'm going to clean the data like this. After cleaning the data, see the interview score, whatever the interview score missing value is there, that one also I have filled. After filling, now how I have filled this one? By using the mean value. Earlier I have filled with the experience column 0. Here I have filled with the average value. To understand this average value filling, we require the statistics. That is the reason we have to learn the statistics. Otherwise, we can't. Sir, I think earlier you told that the person who has conducted the test, he has to collect the data and you have to replace that data. Na? Just a few minutes back on, you have told like that, right? If that is possible in real life, if you are working in the company, that is possible. Now, I am sitting here. Who will give me that data? To whom I have to call that one? Here in this position, I can't do that one, right? If I am sitting in the company, obviously I will collect the original data only. But since I am sitting here, I am not having that facility for me. That what is the second option? If that option is not available, what is the second option? Means replace statistically. That is the second option. First option is color the original data. That is first option. What is the second option is replace statistically. For that, we require the statistics. Once statistics was completed, now here I'm going to create the data set like this. And once the data set was created, it is this is the machine learning. Sir, machine learning, how many lines of code will be there in the machine learning? 3 lines. Entire machine learning is of 3 lines. Only 3 lines of code. What are those 3 lines? First line is called as select the algorithm. Second line of code is called as save that algorithm name. This is the algorithm name. Linear regression is the algorithm name. Okay, I'm going to discuss with you all these things. And once you're going to work this one, now once it has identified the relation, what is the relation? It is saying that is any salary is equal to 2722 plus 2716.48 into whatever the experience is there plus 2126.92 into test score experience. Next one is test score and plus 1612.77 into interview score. It has identified the logic. This is the equation it has identified. By observing those records, it has identified the relation like this. Once it has identified the relation, now I want to predict using my model. What is my model name is LR model dot. I'm going to use the predict. Now here in the website, what is the values I have entered earlier? 0, 10. This is 10. This is 10 and this is 9 na. So, and you have clicked on this and you have got here 56,506, right? Now the same thing here I'm going to write. Okay. In the backend, I'm going to write 0, 10, 9. Can you see what is the answer here? How it has applied means, see, 2716.48 into 0. It has multiplied with 0. Experience is 0 now. 2126 into what is the test score? 10. And 1612 into what is the interview score? 9. Right? And what is the 20,722? You have to add this one. Just it has substituted here 0. Here it has substituted 10. Here it has substituted the 9. Sir, let's try with one more example. Here I'm entering the 1, 10, 10. Here I'm entering 1, 10, 10. Who is going to enter like this? HR will enter. Because they don't know Python. What I am showing in the back end, HRs don't know. How it will work, they don't know. But I know how it works. Okay. So they are just clicking on this one. That is 1, 10, 10. They have clicked and they have got 60,835. What happens in the backend means here they have entered backend 1 in this equation. Whatever the equation is there, 1, 10, and second one also 10. And they have entered this one. So they have identified one equation. And in that equation, they are substituting the values. Identifying that equation only is called as machine learning. And that equation we used to call as relation. What is the relation between the experience versus salary? What is the relation between them? And this is only called as machine learning. Now machine learning is clear. Machine learning means just identifying. Now similarly, earlier I have shown you one more example called as admission prediction. Same logic, same equation. And in that you are going to substitute everything and you are going to see what is the answer. What is the probability? Equation will not be the same. For that particular data set, another equation. For this data set, this is the equation. For each data set to data set, the equation will be there. Sir, from where you got this equation, sir? Very simple. Again, in the max, we are having y is equal to mx plus c. Same concept. Sir, now we have to learn the max, sir. We have to learn the max which is related to data science. We are not the mathematicians. to learn the Fourier transform. Fourier transform in your entire data science career, not required. Trigonometry in your entire data science, it is not required. Career of data science only, it is not required. Trigonometry also max only. Fourier transform also max only. Multiple are there in the max, but all the max we don't require. We required only certain max. Sir, how much max we required, sir? Lilliput max. What is meant by that? Which is less than 10th class. Sir, for example, in my intermediate, I have learned some max. That is not required. I have learned in my degree some max. That is not required. Below to your 10th class, whatever the max is it, that one only. If while explaining in the entire data science course, while explaining, if any mathematic concept, if you say, sir, this I have not learned below 10th class, in your career, you have not learned below 10th class. This concept I have not learned, means that concept is not important. Simple. Delete that one. Any max which is related to data science should be completed below 10th class only. That much of simple max. Max is required. I'm not saying that max is not required. Max is required, but basic level max only. What you generally everyone will say outside the world, so much of max or something, nothing. Here, only thing is there is no fixed code. You have to work based on the data set to data set. For example, in this class, as of now, okay, live example. Now, in front of me, boys are there, girls are there in the classroom. How many girls are there? Approximately 10 girls are there. How many boys are there? Approximately 20 boys are there. Okay. Here 10 girls are there means now my skill, my analysis will be different. For example, in this class, only one girl is sitting. At that time also my analysis will be the same. Huh? No, right? According to the data, we have to change. There is no fixed code. According to the data. For example, in this class, more number of girls are sitting than boys. Then your analysis will be different. What analysis, sir? That is different. But whatever the things you are going to do is going to be different. Right? So this one is the points are clear. So just you are going to apply. Yes. How to this vector values? Sir, vector calculus is required. Nothing. No need to think too much. Sir, I'm very good at maths. That is an advantage for you. If you are not good at maths, that is not a disadvantage for you. It is not a disadvantage. So whatever the maths is required for data science, I'm going to teach you from the base level. So complete data science from the scratch level, from the 0th level. If you don't know anything also, for me, okay. You know sums na? Means adding 10 plus 12 is equal to that, you know na? That also you don't know means I can't do anything. I am saying below 10th class, whatever is it, that is sufficient for me. Okay, point is clear. That addition, multiplication, subtraction, these also I don't know miss, then I can't do. It is better not to join the course. That is minimum thing to minimum. And that too, you are not going to manually. None of them you are going to do manually. Right? Now, coming to this, what is data science means? Understanding the past data, understanding the past data, and predicting on the future data. Predict on future data is called as, based on the past data, you are predicting on the future data is called as data science. In simple words, I have shown you directly one project also. Okay. Now in the real life, what happens? One more example. In real life, what type of projects we'll be having? Multiple projects. As I've told you, we are going to discuss multiple things. In that one more project. Okay. So here, there is one person. Okay. Just let me load here. Sir, you are moving the tabs like that side, this side, something. No need to worry, because these are all the things you'll understand one by one. Once you enter into the class, all the things what I am doing is very simple. Okay, I'm showing in the demo session very simple. Yes. Now, business problem, and see here, we have to identify the relation between the total advertisement spend versus sales. So there is one company. So I assume that company is some jewelry. Okay, Lalita Jewelry. Lalita Jewelry is spending some money on the TV, some money on newspaper, some money on the radios who are listening the FM. There also they'll say that in Lalita Jewelry some offers are going on, something. They are going to do the marketing. Now, my requirement is identify the total advertisement spend. So they have given me the data set like this, one data set. What is the data set is? This is the one. So there is one company, they are spending some money on the TV, certain money on TV, certain money on radio, certain money on newspaper, and they have got the sales. This much amount of sales they have got. These are all the things earlier they have completed. They have already completed. They have already invested on the TV. They have already invested on the radio. They have already invested on the newspaper. And this is the sales which they have got earlier. And this is earlier they have worked on the TV, radio, and newspaper. By like this, they have given different types of advertisements and they have got the sales. Okay. And this is the data. Completely 200 records data is there. Now using this data, now, for example, in your case, I'll ask you a very simple question. I'm deleting everything from here to here. I'm deleting. I'm showing you only the 5 records. Now just observe these 5 records. And from these 5 records, okay, if I spend some $150 on TV, 150, and if here I'm going to spend 20,000, here I'm going to spend 50,000. Now what would be the expected sales? Just observe according to you. Just tell me one random number. No need to say exact number. Just based on these 5 records, whatever you have observed, tell me one number for this according to you. So this much of amount, this one is there, this much sales are there. Some logic you are going to apply in your brain now. Some logic. From these 5 records, you are going to observe some logic. And based on that logic, you are going to say one number for me. Applying that logic only is called as data science or machine learning or artificial intelligence. Everything are same. Okay, based on this one, predicting the future data. ఏంటిది ఏ షాప్ టైటిల్ ఏంటి right? Yeah, some student is saying that okay, done. Some student is saying approximately 16,000 or something. How he has identified that one? What are the number? Forget about the number. How? My question is how? Just he has observed. So from this I assume that okay, this much of amount here is there. So 150 almost close to this both. Here 41,000 is there, but here only 20,000 now. Here he has decreased the radio amount, but almost newspaper amount is same. So since the radio amount was decreased, I am expecting the sales will be comparatively low. Assuming. So he has applied some logic. That applying the logic only is called as data science. Points are clear. These are all the real-time examples. Any company who are spending certain money on the radio newspaper, they want to see how much sales now. For example, Naresh IT is there. Now for Naresh IT, for this particular batch, they are going to estimate some profit. These many students will come and this much of profit will be there. Something they are going to do. And for that, they are going to do certain money on the advertising, digital marketing in the social media or in the Facebook or Instagram. Somewhere they are going to do some marketing. How much amount they are going to spend for that? Are they going to spend 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs? No. They'll guess for this particular batch, this many number of students would be there. And for that, accordingly, how much amount they have to spend. Now, based on this particular project, okay, once I have identified the total spend versus sales, I'm going to predict for the future data for 2 lakhs. If I combine TV, radio, newspaper, 2 lakhs overall, how much amount of sales would be there? Sir, this is overall. I want individually. That is another project. That is second project. Individually identifying the relation along with the TV, radio, newspaper is different. Total versus sales is different. Now see here. This is project number 2. Earlier between the TV, radio, newspaper along with the sales. By doing this entire project, after completing this project, what I have concluded, spending the money on the newspaper is waste. There is no importance on the newspaper. Instead of spending the newspaper amount, if you spend the same amount on the radio, more amount of sales you are going to get. Now, based on this, whatever I have given this from my end, see, I have identified, I have done the entire process one by one, step by step. After completing everything project, at the end, I have concluded that this particular project doesn't require the newspaper. Don't spend any money on the newspaper. Now, based on my conclusion, that company is not spending any money on the newspaper. That money also they have diverted into the radio and they have increased their sales due to my conclusion. Now they are getting more sales now. Obviously, when they are getting the more sales, that company knows now. Due to my project work only, they have got comparatively more sales. Now, for that same company, tomorrow they want to do a new project. To whom they are going to give that project? Obviously, to me only, right? Because earlier I have increased their sales now. Obviously, they'll give the project to me only. Simple. For example, if I'm giving the excuses, sir, project was not completed, sir, please give me extra 10 days time. Sir, there is some error, sir. If I start giving the excuses, what they'll think? Okay. Finally, they'll take the project. Next time, they'll simply not give the project. If I give this project, he'll tell every time one excuse. Sir, today headache, yesterday stomach pain, day before yesterday grandmother has a health problem. Who wants all these reasons? I am paying for you for the project. You have to submit me the project on time. When you want some work, miss, others has to complete that work on the time. Where at what time they are working, that is not required for me, but it has to be completed on time. That is only called as work pressure. The client will give certain period of time for us to complete, and we have to complete within the time. We should not extend that time. If you extend the time, what happens? Second time you'll not get the another project because you'll start giving the excuses. Now, who wants to listen the excuses? For example, you have prepared for one entrance test for one college or one university entrance test. You have prepared for 1 year. Assume that IIT. You have prepared for IIT for almost 1 year. You have dedicated. One day before to your entrance test, you have got the high level fever where you are not able to complete headache is there and you are not able to attend the exam also. But still you have attended. And after attending the exam, you have given some values. I mean, some answers you have kept. And that answers, whatever you have given, you have got very less score. Okay. Next day, if you go to the IIT and if you say that, sir, sorry, sir, 1 year I have prepared very well, sir, fine, but I'm not able to take the exam due to my health issue. Could you give the admission, miss? They'll give the admission. Huh? No, right? What are the things in the examination hall? You have to write the correct answers. That is the only thing. No one is going to listen the reason. Everyone wants the result. In the companies also same. That is the real time. In the reality, no one wants to listen anything. Right? Now, so here, what is data science means? Understanding the past and predicting the future. Now, sir, what are now let us understand the various roles. Okay. Now, in today's class, what we are going to focus more on which area we are going to focus more, miss? In today's class, we'll focus on the, okay, what are the different roles are there? Role number 1, starting with the data analyst. Now, what is meant by data analyst? Data analyst means understanding the past data only. No prediction on the future, only understanding. Understand the past data. Describe, simply called as describe the past data. What are the data you are having with you? Explain that. Sir, what is the meaning of that? For example, let us take this example only. TV, radio, newspaper example. Now, how many times this particular company has spent more than 2 lakhs on TV? How many times they have spent more than 1,50,000 on TV? How many times this particular company has got the sales with more than 10,000? What is the average says? What is the average investment in the newspaper? What is the average investment in the radio? What is the average investment in the TV? These are all the things called as describing the data, and which will be done by the data analyst. And for data analyst, what are the skills required? What are the skills required for this data analyst? Means simple. 1, Python. 2, statistics, because they have to calculate the average value. Means statistics is required. Not only average value, sir. Average means max only, no, sir. What statistics? Not only average value. What is the minimum value? What is the maximum value? What is the range? What is the variance? What is the deviation? All these parameters are there in the statistics. Some parameters are there. We have to learn only those parameters. So they require the statistics. And this statistics, sir, means are we going to become the, see, if you are purely working on the statistics, your work is only statistics. If your work is only statistics, nothing else. Okay. Everyone is saying, sir, statistics is a big ocean. Yes, true. I'm not saying that it is not a big ocean. Statistics, what are the statistics is there? Okay. Now, if you are working as a statistician, if your role is a statistician in the company, then in that case, you required only the statistics. Who has completed MSc statistics? Those people will do this one. PhD in statistics, MSc in statistics, na? Those people. That is called as statistician role. Pure statistics. Morning to evening statistics only. Okay. So this is different. My data analyst, Python, statistics, along with the data will be in the database. So we should know the SQL. And finally, whatever I have done, my analysis, I have to do the presentation. That presentation will be done using the plots like this. For example, what is meant by plots? In this class, as of now, how many girls are there? How many boys are there? 10 girls. Okay, 10 female. How many boys? 20. 20 boys. Male. How many offline students are there? How many online students are there as of now? In terms of as of now, in front of me, offline students are approximately 30. Online students are approximately 140. So more number of online students are there in the today's class. Just you are presenting this one. To whom? To Naresh sir. Then Naresh sir will understand, and okay, more online students are there. Now what are the facilities has to be given for the online students, or with respect to how we can improve the offline students, how we can increase the offline students, he'll come with a new marketing strategy and he'll develop the business. If I show this one to Naresh sir, then he'll develop. If I don't show, how he'll develop? So indirectly, my graphs will support the business. Example, pure example. In every case, not only here, everywhere, these are all the real life examples. Instantly, I can discuss with you 100 plus examples in a 5 minutes gap only. But for you, it will be over. Okay. So just as a simple way. So to show you the finally the plots, if I speak continuation like that without typing or without doing anything, you'll slowly get into the sleep. But if I show the plots, and if I change the plots, sir, like this, then automatically you'll get the interest. So that presentation I'm going to do using the Power BI. So this is the data analyst role. Now, statistician role is pure statistics. Now coming to the next one is data scientist, or before moving to the data scientist, data engineer. Now what is data engineer? Data engineer part is collecting the data from various sources. The data will be in the cloud, the data will be in the database, the data will be in the server or somewhere. The data will be stored in the multiple places. He has to collect all the data from various sources and he has to keep the data in database. Example, live example. guys, while entering into this room, outside one white paper, you have given your name and your phone number now. They have collected the data now. Where they are now, they are going to call you. Who will call you? Some other team is going to call you. These people are going to share that white paper. What are the names and phone numbers you have written now? That data will be shared to that department. They are going to call you directly? No, that is not their work. For calling, some separate team is there. For collecting the fees, separate team is there. For training, separately I am is there. Each person will do their work. Did I collected the data from you? I have collected your name or phone number? No. I am going to call you? No. Work is different. Each person will do different work. Every person will not do everything. Everything should be done by single person. Means in my office, I will only be there. Right? So here, this data engineer will collect the data, and your data automatically will be shared to the Naresh IT. I mean, to the department. And they are going to save your data in the database. Now, this is offline. What about online? Online students, to enter this Zoom class, first they have to register. In the website, they have to register. Name and email ID, phone number, they have to enter. And they have to click on the submit button, then they'll get the link. Now, what are the data they have given there? That data will be stored in the database. And collecting that data and storing in that database will be done by whom? Data engineer. So this is the work of the data engineer. So now data engineer, what are the skills required? Means whatever the databases are there, he should be very good at databases, cloud, data pipelines, whatever the cloud technologies, the cloud, how to create the data pipelines, how to load the data, that is called as data transformation, data transform, or data loading, or which is also called as ETL, extract, transform, load. These are all the things of the data engineer. Skills are different, tools are different, work is different. And including the big data. Here only the big data also will come. If you want to go into the big data area, then you have to go to the data engineer role. The work is entirely different. Here we are not going to use those skills. We are not going to use the ETLs. That is not related to us. Which are related to us, that only we are going to use. Now, second, SQL developer. If you are a SQL developer, SQL developer means working purely on the SQL. What are the skills required? Means complete SQL. Complete SQL. Sir, for example, now in the database, they are going to create the table. In the table, they are going to give the connections between the table, and they are going to enter the values into the table. All these things will be done. So for example, you are filling in the, so here you are in the Google form, you are filling the details, your name, your phone number, your email ID. It will be connected to the database, and automatically your data will be stored in the database. I have told you earlier. Who has given the connection between those two? Backend developer. What that backend developer knows? Database. They will do. Who has created that website for you? Front-end developer. Who stored that data? Means backend developer. If you know front-end and backend, means what you are called as full stack developer. In this, where is data science? Analyzing the data, where is there in this? For creating the website, you require analyzing the data now. For creating a beautiful website, you require data analysis. No, right? Simple logic. For creating a beautiful website, how to design the website, where in which part we have to keep which one, that is required. Where is data science in that? So front-end developer work is, if you go with the front-end developer, his work is different. His work is to design the beautiful websites, beautiful user interface. What is meant by user interface? Means how the user is looking. User means you. In front of you, what are the screen is there? That is called as interface. What are the screen? whether it is a website screen, whether it is a laptop screen, whatever the screen in front of you is there, that is called as user interface. For example, if I minimize like this is my user interface. Users are seeing this one. You are facing this one now. User facing, user interface. So in the user interface, I have created a beautiful desktop background from my end. Like that, you are going to create a beautiful user interface according to your requirement. So designing the beautiful user interface is called as front-end developer. Connecting the front end to the back end means in the website, some details will be entered and that details will be stored in the back end. Then that is work is called as full stack developer. That is entirely different. Like this, for each and every role, that different things are there. Now coming to the data scientist, to work into the exactly into the data scientist, what we are going to learn here, what we are going to learn and what is required also will understand. Everything will understand. First, let us understand what generally a data scientist will do. First step, he will understand the business problem. Whatever the business problem is there, he will understand the business problem, means project. First, you have to understand what is the project, what you want. Okay. Second, he is going to collect the data. Collect the data from the where? He is going to collect the data. Collect the data where? From database. Already I have told you now, data engineer will collect from various sources and he'll keep in the company's database. My work is only to collect from the company's database. Example, sir. One more. Here, earlier you have written on the white paper your names and online students, they have entered in the Zoom registration form. All these details will go to the backend team. Now they are having the data with them. Now that data will be shared to me and I'm going to start the analysis. For example, yesterday some students has came for the demo class. Today some students has came for the demo class. Tomorrow also there is a demo class and some students are going to join the demo class. Like this every day. And all these data will be collected by the data engineer and they are going to keep. And in this, most of 90% of the students are going to pay the course fees and they are going to register for the course because you are interested in data science. That is the reason you are sitting here. And once you understand what are the things we are going to learn, and later you'll know that this is the one of the ultimate course, and obviously you'll join. 90% of the students will join. Okay. Now these 90% of the students, whatever the students are going to join, right? Now the joining list also will be there. The data also will be there. Now demos, what of the students has attended, data will be there. Who has enrolled the course, the data also will be there. And every data will be finally reached to me. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the analysis. How many people has registered for the demos? Inside that, how many people has enrolled the course? Within the online, how many registered, how many enrolled? Within offline, how many registered, how many enrolled? Registered means demo. How many attended the demo? In that, how many attended the class? Why, sir? Why? What is the use of that analysis? For example, out of 100 students, 90 students has registered for the course. Okay. For example, 100 students has sitting in the demo, 10 students only paying the course fees and joining the course means there is some mistake with me. Otherwise, why the students will drop? There should be some mistake with me only. Somewhere I have missed. I'm not satisfying the student requirement. So now by doing this analysis, what I'm going to do, I'm going to modify myself and I'm going to increase my business. For the next batch, I'll convert the percentage. I'll increase my percentage. Finally, business only. Data analysis is any data analyst or data scientist. At the end, the work is how to increase the business. Point is very simple, right? Now, so first I'm going to collect the data from the companies. I told you now, all your details will go finally to the backend team. That backend team finally will share the data for me for analysis purpose. I'm not going to collect the data directly from you. I'll not collect the data directly from the outside people also. I will not collect from any one of them. I will collect only the data from the directly from the backend team. That backend team is called as data engineering team. From there, I will collect the data. And what are the data I have collected? I'm going to clean the data. If cleaning is required, I'm going to do the data cleaning. And from that, I'm going to apply the machine learning or artificial intelligence. So now what is the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence? Earlier, you showed some examples of machine learning. Okay, fine. What about artificial intelligence? Very simple. If the same data is in the tabular format, instead of that, if you are having the data in the images or videos or audios, text, then now, very simple. Again, very simple live example. One more. Now I'm going to click here, Naresh I Technologies in the Google. Just in front of you, I have typed in the Google. Now, if I drag down here, I'm getting here Naresh I Technologies. I'm clicking on this. Now, once I click on this, here I'm going to get the reviews. Okay, I'm going to just click on the reviews. Total, how many reviews are there? 6,432 different reviews are there. Just I'm clicking on that. Once I click on the reviews, now here if I click on this, now here if you see, start reading the reviews. Okay, here there is a name called as Ramakrishna, that is me only. Okay, now if you start reading these reviews, okay, you are having with multiple reviews, right? Now, for example, we are having like this, Azure. This is one of the student has given the review for me. Now, after reading this review, tell me whether it is a positive review or negative review. You are going to say the positive. How you are going to say this is positive? By seeing the words, some positive words will be there. Now, let us go to the second review. One more. Okay, we have conducted recently one workshop, and due to the workshop also, some students has got the Microsoft certification, which was conducted last month 22nd. And now, for example, I'm having one more review. Okay, this is one more review. And next, I'm having with respect to this one. Now, sir, why are you showing these reviews to us now? Very simple. Now, in these reviews, identify how many of them are positives, how many of them are negatives. That is the question. First question, why? Why we have to do that? Because if you do with respect to how many reviews are there about me positively and how many negative reviews are there, based on that, you are going to select whether this trainer is a good trainer or a bad trainer. That is going to be advantage for you. Point number one. If I do this analysis from my end, I will understand where I am missing, why the students has given the bad reviews about me and what is the problem, and I will rectify myself and I will get the new students in the next batch, more number of new students. That is positive. That is for me. You are going to get benefited. I will get benefited. Naresh sir also will get benefited because by understanding which trainer is having more number of positive reviews, for that particular trainer, sir will give more amount of batches, or that trainer will continue in the Naresh IT who is having the bad reviews. Sir will remove him. Why? Because Naresh IT wants to go to the next level. How it will go to the next level? When we are having only the very good trainers with respect to who are explaining in a very elaborate way, detailed way. Then only the Naresh IT will have that brand mark. Right? Now, what is this? All these reviews. This is one of my review. This is review. And here, one more review. So these are the different reviews which was shared by the recently. When this batch was completed, means 2 days back on. 2 days back, just on Tuesday, evening 6 o'clock, batch was completed. And one more batch is also going on at 10:30. Means within next 15 minutes, one more batch students will come. Okay, you will go outside and they'll come inside. While going outside, you can discuss with them. For me, no problem. If at least one student says that this is a bad course or this trainer is not good, don't join. If one student says, entire batch, one student says also, don't join. While going outside, I don't know who is going to come, who is not going to come now. I don't know even that one now. After 15 minutes, I'm just predicting. What happens, I'm just predicting as a data scientist. While going outside, 10:30 batch will come inside. If I'm a bad trainer, then what I have to do is, I have to send you by 10 o'clock itself. 10:30 next batch na. So 10 o'clock itself, I have to send you because you should not meet each other. If you meet each other, those students will say that, hey, don't join. They'll say like this. If I'm a bad trainer, I have to do the manipulation like this. For me, that is not required. I'm saying the reality so that you'll observe in the real time cases. In the future, you'll observe so many things you'll observe. These are all the real time examples, right? Now, see here, my question is with respect to how many reviews are positive, how many reviews are negative. This is called as sentiment analysis, which I have told you yesterday. Narendra Modi also will do the same thing. They will observe that with the Narendra Modi, how many public people are expecting with positive and negative. Narendra Modi is not a data scientist. Narendra Modi teams will be there now. Under him, team will be there now. That team will give the whatever the finally they have observed now, that observations they will present in front of Narendra Modi. Sir, public is thinking about you in this way. And Narendra Modi wants to change means he'll change. If most of the public are expecting something, automatically he'll change accordingly. Why? Because he wants at the end to become one more time Prime Minister. Using this data analysis, what happens at the end? Again, business only. He's going to become the Prime Minister. One more time. So all these are examples of with respect to data science. Now, here that why I have shown you this one now means text data that is in the text format. That text data has to be analyzed means that cannot be done using the machine learning. That has to be done using the artificial intelligence. Text data analysis will be done only using artificial intelligence. Cannot be done using the machine learning. Basically, machine learning and artificial intelligence both are same, but one will work on the tabular data, one will work on the non-tabular data. That's it. Right? Is the points are clear? So like this, we are going to have one by one. Yes, we are going to discuss even that. Just give me 2 minutes of time. We'll discuss one by one. Now, so whatever we are going to have in the data science. So what a data scientist will do means this is the work. These are the steps. And these steps are called as CRISP-DM methodology. CRISP-DM is cross industry standard process. Every industry has to use the same. Cross industry standard process for data mining means understanding the data. For understanding the data, you have to follow these steps. What is meant by each of them, I have given very clearly. So where you are going to get machine learning, natural language process, computer vision, and deep learning. All these parts are the part of the one stage. And before to that, you have to do the data cleaning. Earlier, I have shown you now, missing values are there means you have to clean them. Example. Like that, you are going to do something before to that. And once you collect the data, understand the data and do the data cleaning. And from there, apply the machine learning and check whether how much you have done correctly. Cross check. For example, you are predicting something. Sir, what about the opposite house price? Okay, one house price is there. You want to predict that house price. Based on the analysis, you are predicting the house price would be approximately 80 lakhs. Okay, if you say 8 lakhs means it is true. Are you God? No, right? Now, what accuracy? With what accuracy you are predicting? 80 lakhs, okay. With what accuracy? 100% accuracy or 60% accuracy or 70% accuracy? Calculating the accuracy is called as evaluation. None of them can calculate with 100%. That is highly impossible. Only thing is maximum whatever we can do within the best we are trying to get 90 or 95 or 96 or 97 something. What are the maximum we can try? We are going to try for the given data. 100% we can't say. Never we can say with 100%. For example, in this class, first bench first student, whether he'll join the course or not. I'm saying that he is going to join the course with what probability, sir? 95% probability. How you can say, sir? Based on my analysis. I have observed previous students, na? Previous batches, previous students are there in my mind now. So based on that, I can predict. Some analysis I have done from my end. That analysis, every analysis will have certain probability. I mean, certain accuracy. That is called as evaluation. So this is the data science work. Is the point is clear? Now, what is the data scientist work? And for data scientist, what we require, what are the skills means any one programming language along with the statistics, along with the data analytics, how to do the data analysis, and in terms of data cleaning. And finally, you are applying the modeling, that is machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing. Natural language means text data. Computer vision means image data. Machine learning means tabular data. For each type of data, each type of things. And you're going to do, for collecting the data, you're going to use the SQL. And for finally presenting, you're going to use either Tableau or Power BI or any particular visualization tool. Here we are going to use the Power BI, which is trending now. Earlier it is Tableau. For previous batches, I used to work on the Tableau only. Now from this, from last two batches, I'm using in terms of Power BI. Okay, how to work on the Power BI. So we are working on the Power BI, right? Now, instead of using the Tableau, we are using the Power BI and deployment in the Flask. Along with that, I'm even using the Azure. So I'm going to show you how we can use the same thing in the cloud. Sir, what is the difference, sir? Earlier, I have shown you in one website, I have entered the values now. That website will work only in my system because that is local server. That same thing should be applicable for everywhere in India, wherever you are. It has to be work means that has to be set in the cloud. Then wherever you are, you can work. In the entire world, wherever you are, you can work. No hard disk, no server or no nothing. This one, no internet. Completely it is different. Sir, without internet, how it will work, sir? Now, cloud will be supported by the, for example, your Google Drive is there. For Google Drive opening, we require the internet. But inside the Google Drive, with respect to whatever you're going to do, that I'm saying, means inside the cloud, that will be provided by the cloud providers like Microsoft or someone who are providing the cloud technology. What is meant by cloud? All these things you'll understand one by one in the future. Now, coming to finally, in our course, what are the things we are going to discuss finally? First, we'll start with the Python basics, completely starting from the basic level, assuming that you don't know any programming language. Already I'm having a good knowledge on Python. Again, you have to listen. There is no other option. Okay, but I will start from the scratch level only. If you know also, I'll start from there only. Okay, and here once the base level Python was started, from there I will move on to the statistics. That is the order. Once statistics is completed, from there I will move on to the how to clean the data. That is data cleaning. That data cleaning will be done using the Python only. Data cleaning will be done using Python only. And complete data preparation means before to machine learning, whatever is required, that everything we are going to do using the Python. And here we are going to do some analysis, basic analysis. By applying our statistics, we are going to do the analysis. And once we complete the analysis, then we'll start predicting on the future by applying the machine learning. And from there, we'll move on to the artificial intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence means NLP, computer vision, NLP, that is natural language processing, computer vision, working on the images and videos, and deep learning. These three are called as artificial intelligence. And once this is completed, now I'm going to move on to the how to deploy them. We have created everything from starting to ending. Now within that Azure, how to deploy them in the cloud. Before deploying them in the cloud, I'll show you how to deploy in the website that is called as Flask and Azure, both of them. So that end to end, complete starting to deployment, everything you are familiar, right? Once Azure is completed, now I'm going to teach you the SQL and Power BI. Why SQL and Power BI? Basically, these two are not required for us, but some of you might be selected as a data analyst. So for data analyst role also, you should be satisfied. So this one also included. Basically, this is not required for us as a data scientist. That is not required, but still we are going to work on that. And generative AI. Now, latest one is generative AI. Sir, generative AI is a cloud technology. On using what? Azure. Now, sir, in the cloud, what type of programming will be there? There also Python only will be there. So entire course is on Python, no other software. Complete Python. Showing one thing in one is showing other thing in another one. Like this, instead of showing like this, I'm going to show everything in the Python. Right? Now, is the points are clear? So generative AI is also covered. Automatically generative AI is covered means ChatGPT is covered. Is the points are clear, everyone? And this everything whatever we are going to have, using this, how you are going to learn means project based. You are going to learn for completing from here to here, for this all of them. For example, I have to show you Power BI and I want to present. For that, I have to require some data set now. Earlier, I have drawn some plots. Offline students, these many, online students, these many. I have drawn some plot like that. That plot I have to draw me some data I require. That data I'm going to take directly real-time data. That is called as real-time projects. So for working all these things, I'm going to use some data sets, which is real-time projects, 15 real-time projects, which you are going to work minimum. It will be more than that only. Minimum I'm writing here. Okay. Sir, here you are writing everything, sir. But in the reality, whether these things will be covered or not. While explaining in demo, everyone will explain like this only. But in the reality, very simple. Now this class is getting recorded. And this recording also will be shared to you. Save this recording. At the end, course end, if at least one letter is missing, I'll refund your entire fees. Is this okay? If one letter is missing in the entire syllabus, what I am sharing with you and what I'm discussing in the class during the demo, because based on my words and based on this only, you are going to join the course now. So for that, I'm giving the assurance for you. If one letter miss also, I'll refund your entire course fees, starting to ending, including your GST amount also. If you have played anything like that also, that one also will be refunded. Is the point is okay? So whatever I can do in the class, that one only I will tell you. Which I can't deliver in the class, simply I will ignore that one. I say directly, no, that is not possible. For you, if you ask me, sir, big data, are we going to cover the big data? I will simply say that, is there any big data I have written here? No, that is not covered. Whatever I have written here, that will only be covered. Other than that, nothing will be covered. And sir, Python, what related to data science will be covered. Statistics, what related to data science will be covered. SQL, what related to data science, Power BI, because these four of them are separately. These four of them are exclusively for data analyst. First four of them are for data analyst. Already I have written in the top skills of data analyst. If you want, you can go to top. Data analyst, Python, statistics, SQL, Power BI. That is purely data analyst. Okay. So these things, whatever related to data science and data analysis, that we are going to cover. Okay. And pipeline. Are we going to cover the data pipelines or something like that means, which is related to data engineer? I'm not going to cover. I'm not the data engineer. I'm not the SQL developer. I'm not the with respect to Python developer. I'm not going to show you how to create the websites also. I don't know. I don't know first to teach. I only don't know. Because that is not required for me. So I have not learned. In my data science career, entire career, whatever the work I have done in my real time, that experience, I'm going to share it to you. What others has done, how I can share it to you. Whatever the work I have done, that I will share it to you. Is the points are clear? Now, Excel, we are not going to use any kind of Excel or anything. Right? Now, everything will be covered based on the 15 real-time projects. Along with that, 5 resume projects. Means in the resume, what level of projects you have to write, that projects will be covered 5. All these things also same, but resume, some different projects will be there. You can't write basic level projects in the resume. Some advanced level we have to write. Dosage, more dosage. Okay. So when compared to this, the dosage will be increased here. And that you are going to write in the resume. Right? Now, using these projects and everything, right? And I have shared you yesterday. One more time I'm sharing. So here, the same thing. So in our course, you are going to have what are the skills in your resume. What are the skills you are going to write, miss? These are the skills. So these are the list of the skills. Okay. So these are the skills which you are going to learn, and you are going to learn from the basic level to advanced level, and where 15 plus real-time projects with 5 resume projects along with the lifetime access for the materials. What are the notes, what are the codes, what are the textbooks or sample resumes or anything, whatever I'm showing in the class, everything will be shared to you. If I'm showing something in the class and I'm explaining, miss, that will be shared to you. 100% will be shared. Not demo classes. After the demo, actual classes. Demo classes is different. Why, sir? Because in this, I will tell you very simple example. In this online students, as of now, you can see the participants are 126 are there. In this 126 participants, at least 5 to 6 participants will be other institute people. Do you know? Why, sir? Very simple. Every institute knows that Naresh IT will have very big name. And in Naresh IT, more number of students are going to join. In other institutes, only 5 members or 6 members will be there. But in Amirpet, Naresh IT only will have very big size classrooms, and in data science, 150, 200 students will enroll. Now, where that institute is missing, and where they're missing, and where they'll identify all these things. And once if I share all these details for them, they'll also project the same thing, and they'll also say that we are also covering this one. Copy paste. These people are worst people, are in the market, more amount of people are there. So to avoid those people, so demo sessions, what are the things are there? PPTs will not be shared, but this PDF, what I'm sharing, this will be shared to you. Okay. And whatever the notes is there, this entire notes also, why I'm giving for you lifetime. What is the reason behind that is there is no download option. If there is a download, everyone will download that one. Once your batch is completed, I can shift delete now. Simply, I can say that, guys, everyone please download that one. I'm going to delete from the Google Drive. Please download. I can say like this. But since there is no download option, I'm going to remove the download option. So you can't download anything. You can view, you can learn, you can do everything, but you can't download. Since you can't download, I'm going to give for you lifetime. That is the reason. I'm saying at the starting itself. Okay. So since otherwise after joining, sir, we are not able to download, sir. Without download, this one's a problem. What is the problem? If you don't download also, what is the problem? It will be on the screen only, na. For example, you are watching in the mobile phone and typing in the laptop. If it is downloaded also same. If it is not downloaded also, I'm not removing now. You'll be having the same now. What is the difference you'll observe between both of them? Is the point is clear? So here, this lifetime access for your materials, apart from your videos will be only for 6 months. Okay, notes will be for lifetime. Now, related to certification, NASCOM, Microsoft. These both of them, you have to write the exam and you have to get the certificate. Just by enrolling the course fees, you'll not get the certificates. If you feel that certificate, having one certificate only is important, without writing the exam, it is important means, I will tell you one website name called as woodme.com. After the class, if you are interested, type. Here, the data science course fees is how much, you know? Maybe 5. If you want, you can open. For me, no problem. Absolutely, I'm not having any problem. Okay, after the class. Don't open now. That is the only thing. After the class, you open. woodme.com. There, type in the search button data science. You'll get one course for 500 rupees. Just 500 rupees. And after selecting that course, pay the course fees, 500 rupees. you'll get some recordings with you. And in the recordings side, one tick box will be there. Some box will be there. Don't listen any recording. Don't even listen one recording also. Just make the tick marks like this. For each box, you make the tick mark. And after making the tick mark, how much time it will take for tick marking is 1 minute. All the tick marks you keep. Once you keep the tick marks, in just 2 minutes, you'll get the certificate also. In 2 minutes, you'll get the certificate also. Pay 500, in 2 minutes, you'll get the certificate. And keep that certificate in the resume. Everyone knows in the world how you got that certificate. This certificate is having 0 to 0% importance. Simply they'll tear that one. That is the reason I'm asking to open. Otherwise, why I'll highlight that one here? Okay. So that certificate is not having any importance. If you feel certificate only is important, miss, try this one. Every person in the world knows this one. Do you think that the persons who are doing the HRs, they're freshers, they don't know anything? They're in the company, they know what are the things are going on outside and which institute is providing which type of content and who are providing like everything. Everyone knows. You are freshers. We are not the freshers. You don't know the meaning of certificate. We know what is the meaning of certificate. Certificate means having one paper in that name. That is not called as certificate. Certificate means what brand name is there on the certificate. And that brand name you'll get only by writing the exam, not by paying the fees. If you want to get the IIT certificate, you have to enroll the IIT and you have to work. I will pay 1 crore rupees, give me the IIT certificate, means none of them. Can you try? Can you try? Can anyone bring me Stanford University master's degree certificate? I'll give you 1 crore rupees tomorrow morning. I'll transfer to your account. Try. Through all the consultancies in the world, try. Let's give a try. That is a brand where by paying the fees you'll not get. Subject should be there. Money is not important. Don't buy the subject or don't buy the education with your money. Buy the education by learning. Sir, these words are very good in WhatsApp status, sir. In reality also, those only will be good if you follow. Not only in the WhatsApp status. Okay, if you really follow, that one will be really nice. Right? Now, so here we are going to get the NASSCOM certification, which is by Government of India. What about Naresh IT certification? That one also you are going to get. Now, what is the advantage of learning in Naresh IT? In the market, if you go outside and if you say that one institute named Naresh IT, just go outside after crossing one street or two streets. Okay. Once you reach the main road, there you say that anyone knows Naresh IT. Ask a normal person also, where is the Naresh IT institute? They'll say, show the address. If you ask any shop person also, they'll say that Naresh IT is here. Now, the same way you ask another institute. The institute name is some name I'm saying, SRK Training Institute. Ask them. If they say that I don't know by a miss, that is the institute brand value. So everyone knows with respect to Naresh IT. If you join tomorrow in a company, sir, this is a small example, sir. Okay, let's get into the real example. In the company, once you join in the Infosys, and if you say that I am from Naresh IT, means at least one member in your team will say that I am also from Naresh IT. In every company, one Naresh IT student should be there, mandate. Because Naresh IT has produces that many professionals in the real world. And that many students it has placed. That is the brand name of Naresh IT. Right? Try. Try. I'm not saying anything orally. Try. I'm saying after the class, you check, cross check. And if you feel that one real only, then only you join the course. If you feel that it is a fake, sir is giving lies or something, tomorrow morning you come and tell me, sir, there is one company name in that none of the Naresh IT student is there. Tell me one company name tomorrow. I will also see. So that for at least next batch, I will not lie now. Just give a try. So that is the brand value of Naresh IT. So that many students. So when you say that I'm from Naresh IT means obviously some alumni will be there in that. Right? And along with that, NASSCOM and Microsoft certifications. Both of them you are going to write the exam and you are going to get. And here we are going to have 1,000 interview questions. So one of the top wonderful course. Only thing is you have to get the passion to become the data science and you have to work sincerely. I require from you this one only. Sir, if I pay the fees, I will get the job means I'm not guaranteeing anything on that. No guarantee, no warranties or nothing. Just if you pay the course fees, I will give the job means in India, 50% of the people who has completed the graduation will be in the Naresh IT only. Not 50%, 100% of the people will be in Naresh IT only. By just paying the course fees of 18,000, they'll get the job means every person will enroll here only, na? That is simple logic, na? So here the point is after enrolling your work practice, that is more important. If you're ready for practice, then only join the course. If you're not ready for practice, don't join the course. How much time we have to practice? That depends on the individual, your level of learning. In the class, everyone are not toppers now. What is the difference between a topper versus a normal person? This brain will be different or his understanding will be different. Everything will be different. Obviously, learning time also will be different. When your brain, you are not able to understand something, try to give more. For example, in the machine also, machine is not giving a proper accuracy, low accuracy. I want from my machine more accuracy. What I have to do is more data I have to supply. For you, what you have to do is more amount of examples you have to supply to your brain. Then automatically your brain will understand the concepts. Instead of trying with one example, send 4 examples or 5 examples, 6 examples. It's not sufficient. 10 examples, 20 examples, somewhere 100% your brain has to understand the concept. Whether your brain will understand with 1 example or 10 examples, that depends on the individual. Points are clear. So if you sincerely practice anything, automatically job will be with you. So these are the things of data science. Right? Now, coming to your question, exclusively your questions. Okay, tomorrow's class, day 3, that is tomorrow's class. We are going to dedicate exclusively for your questions. Today, what are the things we have discussed? Just cross-check everything. And what are the things in the real, just in the Google, instead of completing after data science and going into the Naukri and checking whether jobs are available or not, just type now only. Check now only whether data science jobs are there or not. After completing data science, only data science jobs we have to check whether market data science jobs are there or not. Just now type in the Google whether data science jobs are there or not. Check in the Naukri, check in the Indeed, check in the different job portals. Now itself you check. If jobs are available, automatically. Is the points are clear? So I'm going to, yes, this course is more focused on the freshers because experienced people already know how to prepare. They know what is reality. They know what is in the industry, what type of things will be there. For them, I no need to explain more detail. For freshers only, since they don't know anything, they believe that there is one institute, we complete data science in 45 days and course fees is only 10,000. We'll give one certificate course. Whatever the course you have completed in our institute, we'll give one certificate. Means simply they'll believe. They don't know the importance of certificate now. Institute certificate and Microsoft certificate, not both are same. Both certificates are not same. Right? Example. Similarly, whatever the normal trainings and whatever the real-time projects and with respect to high content, and that both are not same.